Okay, so this is the secant tangent and tangent tangent angles page, and we are going to start with number 1. And if we look at number 1, what we notice is that the intersection of the secant and the tangent is on the circle, And therefore, what we have is we've got an arc on one side, and that arc is kind of weird shape, but it goes like this. And the arc on the other side is non-existent. There's no arc over here, so if we call this one A, we're going to call this one B, and it's equal to 0. 76 is our angle right here, and that's going to be theta. So we go back to that, what we had the other day. The formula said theta is equal to A plus B divided by 2. All right. Plugging in what I do know and what I don't know, I'm going to have that 76 degrees equals A. We don't know A. We'd like to know A. Plus, we do know that B is 0 divided by 2. A plus 0 is just pretty much A, so I can get rid of the plus 0. How do I get rid of divide by 2? Well, we multiply by 2. And cancel those out. 2 times 76 is going to be, 2 times 70 is 140, 2 times 6 is 12, so 152 degrees is equal to A. So this is the arc. A is 152. But is that what they asked us for? No. On the back side of this arc, the reflex arc, that's what they asked us for. We'll call that C. So what we do know is that C should be equal to the whole circle, 360, minus the red portion A, which is 152 degrees. So C equals 208 degrees. There we go. Okay, we're going to do number 3 next, just because it's very similar to this one. We'll slide that down. And just so you guys do know, I do have a class in here, so I may have to take a little bit longer on some of these to let them catch up. All right, I'm going to call this our angle theta, and this our arc A, and once again, this is on the circle. This intersection is on the circle. So right here, there is no arc, so B equals 0. On this side, the arc is this section right here, and it's 146. So we go back to our formula. Theta is the sum of these two, A plus B. But look, there's no reason to use the B. It's 0. We know it's going to go away. So really, it's just A over 2. A plus 0 is A. Theta equals A over 2. If I multiplied both sides by 2, I'd get the 2 thetas equals an A. But let's go ahead and plug in what we know. We don't know theta. We do know 146 is A. So that means theta equals 73 degrees. All right. They wouldn't? Okay. I'll make you one at break. Thank you. All right, so theta is 73 degrees. So next we're going to go over here to number 4. Now, number 4 is the beginning of a weird set. This is 2 tangents. This is a tangent, and this is a tangent over here. They're both tangents because they hit the circle at exactly one spot, and then they keep on going after that. Okay? Kind of like a marble caught in a wedge. It just touches at 2 points. So what we need to do is figure out what we know about this scenario. So here's where they touch. And this is an arc measuring 120 degrees. So I'm looking for theta. I've got an arc A. There's got to be another arc B that I'm looking for. Well, on the other side is this arc. Very large arc. And what do we know about this large arc? Well, this is a whole circle minus the 120 degrees. So really this is 360 minus 120. So that is 240 degree arc. It's fine. They'll understand. Okay, so go back to our formula again. Theta is the average of the two, right? We've been averaging A and B together and divide by 2. So A was 120, B we could call 240, and theta is the one we don't know. So theta equals 120. Oh, I almost made a mistake. Plus 240 divided by 2. Well, that's just going to be 360 divided by 2, and that's 180, which doesn't make sense because that angle is no way 180. So what is it that I'm missing about this one? Yeah, it's a negative arc because this is an inverted arc here. It's a negative arc. So really, you could think of this as A minus B over 2, or you could think of this as a negative arc. Either one would be fine. All right. So I needed the negative in front of the 120. So negative 120 plus 240, that's going to be equal to 120 over 2, which that means that theta is equal to 60 degrees. So I've got one more problem I'm going to do on the front page, and then I will leave it to you guys. So number 2 is a tough problem. Yes, I know I did it with this class, and they're upset that I'm going to do it. So on this problem, the reason it's tough is because we've got A here, and we talked about on this last problem how the bottom was like 360 minus 120. So I don't really know what A is in this case, but I do know that the bottom side, this section here, is going to be 360 minus whatever that A is. So I need to go back and do my formula and say, look, this is theta, which is 50, equals A plus B divided by 2. Now, theta, sorry, I should have put 50 here. Let me scratch that out. 50 is theta. A, we don't know it, but it is an inside-out arc. Right? This is an inside-out arc. So I need to treat that as a negative A. Okay? But I got to add 360 minus A and divide by 2. Now, how do I solve this? I want to get rid of the divide by 2 first, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. And I'm going to get 100 degrees equals negative A plus negative A is negative 2A plus 360. So if I subtract 360 from both sides, then I'm going to get negative 260 equals negative 2A. Divide both sides by negative 2, that's 260. Then I'm going to get A equals 130 degrees. All right, just as a bonus to them, since I already worked that problem, I'll do number 6 and 8 are very similar, so I'll do number 6. So once again, we've got A, we've got B, and we've got theta, and we have that formula, theta equals the sum of the two divided by 2. But we have to remember that A is an inside-out looking arc, so I'm going to treat it like it's negative. Treat it like it's negative. It's not really negative, but I'm going to treat it that way. So looking at this, that means that 44, which is our theta, is equal to B, which I don't know, and negative 65 is A. So multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of this 2 off the bottom. And I'm going to get 88. These 2's are going to cancel. 88 equals negative 65 plus B. Add 65 to both sides to get rid of this one. And I'm going to get B equals, let's see, 65 plus 5 is, 88 plus 5 is 93. plus 60 is going to be 153 degrees, I believe.